And a new heaven and a new earth will be created. But this one, ultimately, after everybody gets a chance for salvation, will burn up. It will melt. Okay? Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, yes, dissolved, what manner of persons ought you be in all holiness and conversation and godliness? In other words, when you think about it, the earth is going to have to be purged, and even the heavens. It's going to be purged with fire. Now, why is that? Well, think about the incredible damage and sinful things that we have done, not just sinful behavior, but sinful acts against nature and the earth and even the heavens. I mean, we've sent so much junk, spacecrafts, satellites that are floating around in the heavens. All that junk's got to be cleaned up. And it's going to be purged. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to melt with fervent heat. And that's the reason. And the only thing that can stand this kind of heat is a spirit being. Anything left on the earth that is physical, those who rejected Christ totally, those who didn't go for the offer for salvation, those people left on the earth will be destroyed by fire. And the only thing that can stand this kind of heat is a spirit being. Now, what's that? Well, I'm surprised you asked. You don't know what a spirit being is? Well, let's take a look at it. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 44. It says, it is sown, speaking of the resurrection, it is sown a natural body. That's what you have now. It is raised a spiritual body. Did you know that? That you're going to be raised and given a spiritual body? There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. There it is again. No misunderstanding that, is it? You go down, when you die with your natural body. When you are raised, you're going to be given a spiritual body. And so when this time comes, anything left on earth that is physical, not spirit, will be destroyed, okay? And then from that point, as a child of God, we will go out and do great things. There will be a new heaven and a new earth. Because the old one, the old heaven and the old earth is going to have to be purged. I already talked about that. Okay. All right. So from there, we will go out and do great things, really great things when you think about it. You know, in our solar system, there are other planets. And all it takes for one of these planets to be inhabited is that it would have to be put the right position from a sun. It had to be tilted on its axis so you can have the different seasons. But all of these other planets out there will one day be inhabited by mankind. In other words, your Bible says this in Isaiah 9 and verse 7, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. In other words, this plan that God has is going to continue on and on and on.